but looking for an ace or a four. Philippe's jack's out in front.
Oh, boy.
It is not over, though. It's the jack of clubs. So Philippe has 3 jacks. Trevor Pope needs to catch a 4 or a club.
The antes will start at 5,000, blinds 30 and 60.
There you see the chip counts. Mad Marvin Rettenmaier well out in front with 6.7 million in chips. The grinder sitting in second place. There's the prize money. The winner tonight going to take home about 1.2 million. And if you noticed, there's about $1 million difference between the guy that wins this tournament and the guy that goes out in 6th place. So big money on the line here.
All right, action has started. A quick fold by Nick Schulman and Trevor Pope. And now it's around to the businessman, Philippe Ktorza from Paris, France. They call him the Hammer. He's 49 years old, and he has raised with ace-9.
Lone amateur at the table going to try to fight it out against these top pros.
Michael the grinder out. And now it's on to the German, Marvin Rettenmaier. He's dressed for a snowstorm with a little happy scarf. And he's going to fold his hand. Now it's on Steve O'Dwyer, poker pro out of Ireland. He goes away.
Well, there you go. Philippe Ktorza taking down pot number 1. He's got quite a rooting section here. They're all decked out in his own T-shirts. They have come to support their man, the French, here in force.
Gosh, he's only been playing for 3 years. Just amazing. He takes our first spot tonight. Action on the grinder. Quick fold by him. Now the German, Rettenmaier, looks at a queen 10. He is the chip leader. He's only 25 years old. And look at this. He is going to raise.
When you have as big a chip lead as he does, you're going to raise and put pressure on with these kind of hands for sure.
At 125. Steve O'Dwyer out. Nick Schulman, WPT champion, has a pair of 6s.
Now, this is one player at the table that Mad Marvin will not be able to intimidate. And there you see Nick Schulman moving all in over the top.
All you can eat, as they used to say back in the old world of poker. Pope out, the businessman.
Just has a king-8 offsuit, certainly not going to call.
He will not. Back on the German. He also folds.
So Nick Schulman, terrific player. There's his rail. Some of the best pool players in the world sitting right there, I might add, including WPT champion John Hennigan. Nick Schulman, amazing pool player himself, but phenomenal poker player.
Tired of sitting down at a poker table filled with pros? Then come to WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour. With a maximum of 2 pros at each table, everyone has a chance to win. We are leveling the playing field at WPT Global. Simply click the sign up link in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT36 and we'll match your first deposit, dollar for dollar.
He folds his hand now. Trevor Pope from Wisconsin, 25 years old. And now in the background you see his friend who's dressed up like a pope.
Around at the Royal Flush Girl Social Bar, a man dressed as a pope, rooting Trevor Pope on here tonight.
And he's going to raise with a queen 10, makes it 135 to go. Philippe's out, and now it's around to the grinder from Florida. Used to be the hottest player on the circuit, of course. He's got the family, he's got the wife here, he's got 6-4 of hearts.
Grinder loves these kind of hands.
Loves it.
That's why people love the grinder. Loves to play these kind of hands and any other 2 cards for them.
All right, he is called now the German chip leader with a 6-5 of spades. He elects to fold. The Irishman, Steve out. So 2-way action, Mike, between the Pope and the grinder. Here's the flop.
Now flop comes king 4-3. Continuation bet coming up here, as you can see.
By Trevor Pope. Yep. The Pope has bet 125. The grinder picked up a piece of that. He's going to make the call.
The grinder has second pair here. He's got the 2 4s.
All right, to the turn we go.
An ace comes off. Obviously no help to either player, but Trevor Pope was going to try to represent that he might have an ace in his hand here. He is going to bet yet again. This is a very good bet by Trevor Pope here.
230,000. He's only been playing for a few years, and he's putting the heat on the grinder.
Well, the grinder was hoping he had ace, queen, ace, jack, something like that, where his 4s were the best hand. But when the guy bets again on the turn, he's got to let it go. Just a very good bet by Trevor Pope there.
Started here at Bellagio, 6 players remain, and the German Marvin Rettenmaier is out in front with 6.6 million. Everybody else has okay chips. The blinds are 30 and 60. Action on Trevor Pope.
You had fold sixes. You had fold sixes on the turn.
The young pro quickly folds his hand.
Over to the amateur Frenchman, Philippe Ktorza. He goes out.
And of course, the grinder has the Dolly Parton hand, 9 to 5, goes away.
Here's Mad Marvin Rettenmaier on the button here with the 7-3 offsuit, but I suppose he has a dominating chip lead. He's just going to continue to exert pressure on these guys, and that's what he's doing here, raising it up to 125,000 with this junk hand.
Steve O'Dwyer out, but Nick Schulman now in the big blind. He's got a king 8.
It's not much of a hand, but he knows Mad Marvin's going to raise with about any 2 cards on the button in this situation. O'Dwyer playing very tight, figures to get him out, but Nick Schulman is not the kind of guy you can push around at the poker table.
And he has made the call.
He is going to defend, as we say. So we're going to see a flop. Between the German and the American former WPT champion.
Well, the flop comes up 8-4-3. Nick has hit 8s. And Marvin has hit the 3s.
Well, it's top pair versus bottom pair. Nick checks the top pair. Mad Marvin checking as well.
5 of diamonds on the turn. No help to either player.
Just makes straights possibilities now.
Nick out in front. And it's on Nick Schulman, and he's getting chips out.
He's got top pair, second kicker. He's going to bet it. It's like 175,000.
Marvin now with the inside straight draw and a pair is going to stick around and call. So down to the river we go.
And an ace comes off, and it's the ace of hearts. And that's not the card Nick was looking for, because an ace beats him, a deuce beats him. Obviously, a flush would beat him. What do you do now with 2 8s?
Well, that's a scary card there for Nick Schulman. He looks back at his hand, something Mike Sexton hates to see. You do hate that, don't you, Mike?
I don't like it. But I'm not going to criticize the Nick Schulman.
It just depends who does it. All right, he's going to check. And Marvin also has to be fearful. They both sort of give up on their hands. Nick's going to show the 8s.
Nick Schulman takes his pot.
And he's going to take down the pot. So Nick Schulman, terrific pool player, great poker player, taking down that pot.
Yeah, Mad Marvin saying, why didn't I just bet that? The guy was scared. There's a perfect card. Why didn't I take a little gamble? Shucks.
Because he knows this guy is very capable of paying him off. That's why.
All right, back to the action. Now it's on the Irishman, Steve O'Dwyer. He's got a king, jack.
You could get a couple of kids up here.
Steve's a poker pro, 30 years old, and it looks like he's getting out raising chips. Yes, he is, Mike.
Actually the son of a military man. Graduated from East Carolina and went over to Ireland and moved to Dublin. Play online poker.
What did you start the day with? 2 million.
Now look at this. Nick is out, but Trevor the Pope, a player that's only been playing a few years, has a pair of 10s.
Come on.
Just not fooling around with them, moving all in with the 2 10s.
The Parisian goes out. So does Grinder, the German now. Marvin Rettenmaier looking at a queen 7. He won't play that. Back on the Irishman. Steve O'Dwyer won't play. The Pope is going to forgive his opponents. He says, I don't mind you folding. I needed the cash. Rake it in.
Trevor Pope's fans are all wearing the sunglasses. He's actually got a Pope costume look-alike man sitting over there with the Royal Flush Girls.
Yeah.
It's not really a Pope outfit. I think it's a Cardinal outfit.
Close
Doesn't the
enough.
Pope wear white?
What do we know? We've been in poker games too long. All right, back to this hand. Nick Schulman, one of the finest young players in the world today from New York, looks down at a queen 10. He's raised, makes it 125 to go. The Pope out. The businessman out. The grinder not going to play.
And the Mad Marvin.
He's got a big hand. Ace Queen. Marvin Rettenmaier, 25 years old. He's been traveling the poker circuit for a couple years. And he's not going to pop it, just calling. Now Steve O'Dwyer.
From the small blind.
He folds. So we've got Ace Queen up against Nick Schulman's Queen 10. Wow, Schulman picking up the 10s just like that.
Nice flop for Nick Schulman.
Action on Marvin. A quick check by him. Back to Nick. What a place to be, because it looks like a continuation automatic bet, but when you pick up 10s with a nice queen kicker, it's a great disguise. He bets 160.
Look at this, Mad Marvin.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looking to get fancy here with a raise. Makes it 425. Just suspecting Schulman made a continuation bet with nothing, but we know more.
I think Nick is going to stand for that since he's flop top pair here.
Wow.
And he's just going to come right over the top for it all. This guy's got plenty of heart. Don't worry about that. Moves in. Marvin moves out. Nick Schulman taking down that pot.
Tired of sitting down at a poker table filled with pros? Then come the WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour. With a maximum of 2 pros at each table, everyone has a chance to win. We are leveling the playing field at WPT Global. Simply click the sign up link in the upper right hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT36 and we'll match your first deposit, dollar for dollar.
Congratulations to Doc Sands for beating out all the rest of the ones to watch in season 10.
All right, back to the action. A couple folds around to Nick Schulman. And he also won't play this hand into Trevor Pope from Wisconsin, 25 years old, now living in Vegas. He folds. And now the businessman from France with a so-called tight image. And so far, he has played pretty tight.
This guy has lived on the short stack. When we were on the money bubble with 19 players left, the guy just had 5 big blinds left, yet he managed to survive and get all the way down to this final table. Incredible.
He's got ace-jack this time. He's going to make it 130 to go. Now the grinder squeezes a 10-3 of diamonds. Mike Mizrachi, 2-time WPT champion. What is he up to here?
Well, certainly he's one of the most creative players in poker. And that's a polite way of saying he likes to play a lot of pots and put a lot of pressure on his opponents. And there you see him re-raising here with just a 10-3.
He is making a move. Back on Philippe, and he says, I don't care.
Oh, he says tappy.
I spit on your raise.
He's all in. He's obviously seen some tape of the grinder.
$1 million.
Total discomfort of the grinder.
Well, grinder just posturing here now. 0 chance he's calling another 900,000 here with this hand.
He's saying back in the day this used to work.
Even amateurs outplay me now. What is going on here?
Oh boy, game's getting tough, and he's got to fold the hand. Philippe is going to take it. The hammer.
Philippe's railbird's going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and here it comes, Vince. And there it is. Boom goes the hammer.
Oh, this is great. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action from Bellagio in just a moment. And right now, you see the German Marvin Rettenmaier is the chip leader, but Nick Schulman, a WPT champion, is now in second chip position. He's got an ace-8 this time. He elects to fold. Trevor Pope now also folding. Now, businessman Philippe Ktorza from Paris peeks at a king-queen. He is going to raise, makes it 130 to go.
Open the pot to 130,000.
Over to the grinder. You can see he reluctantly folds.
Yep, and now Marvin Rettenmaier with a nothing hand, also folding.
Down to Steve O'Dwyer. Steve graduated from East Carolina, moved to Dublin, gained citizenship there. He's done very well over there playing poker. Actually finished second at a non-televised WPT event in Venice earlier this year. The guy's on a roll.
He's going to call with king-9, so king-queen up against king-9. The flop comes up ace-5-4, no help to either player. Action on Steve.
He checks.
And Philippe. He's only been playing poker for 3 years. Just incredible. And he's played impeccably so far tonight. He's going to make the bet. Continuation bet. 240, it looks like.
Nice bet by the Frenchman. He's going to take down this pot. So the lone businessman doing very well. And his fans, the hammer. I love those fans of his.
This is a great group of people, I tell you. And they got the T-shirts matching saying Short Stack Master.
Well, he has proven that to be the case this week. Seemingly every day he ends the day on the short stack. On the money bubble. He only had 5 big blinds left, yet here he is at the final table, fighting it out for this title.
All right, 3 quick folds around to Nick Schulman. He's got the button. He's got a 9-10 of clubs. Suited connector. Used to be the youngest player that ever won a WPT event at 21 years old. Now
One at Foxwoods.
he elects to fold. With position, now Trevor Pope with an ace-8. In the small blind, he's saying, can I steal this businessman's money right now with the raise? Not just going to call. He is going to raise. Makes it 145. Interestingly enough, Philippe with a decent hand as well. Ace-7. Sometimes you just feel like the guy's trying to steal your money.
We saw Philippe 4-bet the grinder all in a minute ago with ace-jack.
Look at this. Back over the top by Philippe with an ace-7. He's made it 325. The hammer. Putting it down. And now the Pope looking at him.
Yep, staring him down. Tough decision here when you have an ace-8 offsuit here.
I think he's just saying to himself, how do I get a tan like that?
You know, against a pro player, good chance Trevor Pope might play this hand, but against an amateur player, if they re-raise, you give them credit for a strong hand. You may just lay it down, Vince, not get involved.
He's going to fold it.
What a play by the Frenchman. He is not intimidated by these pros at this table, and boom goes the hammer again.
Tired of sitting down at a poker table filled with pros? Then come to WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour. With a maximum of 2 pros at each table, everyone has a chance to win. We are leveling the playing field at WPT Global. Simply click the sign up link in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT36 and we'll match your first deposit, dollar for dollar.
Andes have gone up to 10,000 blinds of 40 and 80. Here we go. Action on Marvin. And Marvin, still the chip lead, is going to fold. Steve O'Dwyer also out.
Over to the tough pro, Nick Schulman, going for his 2nd WPT title tonight.
He won't play that. Now it's into Trevor Pope. Trevor with the button and an ace-3. He's looking over. Whoa, he's going to push all in. Philippe now with 1. Oh, no. I'll take that back. 2 jacks.
He's gone all in also.
Over the top, like he should. Grinder out. Oh, and the Pope is saying, forgive me, I have sinned.
Well, he said I have to draw out to win. He's right about that.
I have pushed with ace high.
And unfortunate for him, the grinder folded an ace. So his outs are limited, as you can see by the percentages there. Philippe about a 3-to-1 favorite to win this pot and eliminate the Pope.
Can he knock the Pope man out?
Oh, boy. Well, we got the Pope over there sweating and praying.
Just boom right in the flop.
We got the hammer people. Know their man's out in front with the 2 jacks.
Ace-2-9.
Everybody on their feet.
Here's the flop.
Here it comes.
Well, the flop comes up. Queen, 5, deuce. An inside straight draw there for Trevor Pope.
6 of clubs.
He needs an ace or a 4.
Just 4 right at a turn.
Could also hit 2 running clubs to win the pot, but looking for an ace or a 4. Philippe's jack's out in front.
Oh, boy.
It is not over, though. It's the jack of clubs. So Philippe has 3 jacks. Trevor Pope needs to catch a 4 or a club. That's not the queen of clubs.
Oh, man. The Pope has a prayer. Down to the river we go.
Well, Philippe can't even look. He's just pacing around nervously. There it is. He pumps his fist. The hammer It's high fives all around for the Frenchman as he eliminates Trevor Pope from his tournament.
Well, the Pope says, holy cow, I'm out of here by a businessman. Oh, the hammer songs start to go.
Oh, they're rocking and rolling at Bellagio tonight as the Frenchman eliminates Trevor Pope.
Just like that, the Pope has to go to heaven. He's out in 6th place, gonna pick up 155,000, and sadly, he's going over to talk to Jess Wellman.
Trevor's 6th place finish may not be exactly what you were hoping for today, but are you proud of yourself for making your first final table at the biggest one of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any complaints. This is obviously a good finish. Final table's final table. I don't expect to be the last one I make, but you know, sometimes things go in your favor, sometimes they don't. It's one of those things that didn't, and I can only look forward to the future.
Exactly, and you can look forward to what I'm sure is going to be a lot of fun tonight with this guy going out to celebrate with you. You got great friends and a great result, so congratulations
Thank
for
you.
that.
I appreciate it.
Kimberly, over to you.
Amen.